Hello, everyone. So, you are super excited to get started in your Mary Kay business. You have figured out how much you want to make and how much time you want to spend in your Mary Kay business. You are booking people, you are calling your friends, you are asking for favors, you're booking people. So, today I want to talk a little bit about time management because it is tricky. So, I totally understand. I am a woman. So, if I don't set my calendar up or my schedule up, then I am not going to do that thing. I am not going to do it. I'm not going to find time to do it. Something else will take over because that is generally how life works, especially if you have kids. That definitely happens, right? So there's a few different reasons why we schedule. One is so that when you are talking to people, you can actually have your times available to book in. Not everybody has the same schedule. That is totally okay. So if you can work on a weekly basis, that's great. If you work shift work and it changes every 2 weeks, then do that. Or if you have a unique position and it changes every day, then try to work at least 2 weeks out. That's sort of our goal. Because if you book more than 2 weeks out, then usually something happens and the appointment may have to postpone or cancel anyhow. So what we are going to do to figure out when we can work is we are going to take a weekly planner. You can do this on just a calendar, a wall calendar. You can use that. I have here with me, it's a 2-page weekly calendar. So I do a 7-day week because sometimes I work my business on the weekend. So I want to make sure that I have all of that in there. And then the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are not working until 11:30 at night. So take the times that you are okay working. I do not work at 6 a.m. I do not work at 11:30 at night. My workday runs from about 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I do work Saturdays, but I do try to take Sundays off. And if I work on Sundays, then I try to take Saturdays off. So that's how it works with me. Then what you want to do is Mary Kay has set up this business as faith first, family second, and career third. So put your faith appointments in first. Seriously, you are going to carve out that time for what's important to you and what keeps you balanced. So for me, that's my church on Sundays. That's my time in the morning that I need to get focused. And then you are going to take your family appointments and book those in. So I work with my husband. From time to time, I will help him out, and his appointments are generally in the afternoon. So I literally will book off in the afternoon. If I am not helping him, then I'll find something else to do, but I'm not going to be counting on that time because I know if he needs me and he wants me to work with him, then I'm going to drop everything and do that. If you have a date night, you're going to mark that down. If you have kids, you're going to mark their activities down and their time down. So if you're homeschooling them or doing online schooling, you're going to carve that time out. Whatever you need to do. So you're going to start with your faith time, you're going to move on to your family time, and you're going to carve that out. Then if you are in school or if you are working some other jobs, sometimes people are working more than one job, totally get that. You're going to carve those times out too. So what will happen is these time slots will start to get filled in, and then you're going to have some leftover spaces. So let's just try this and see how we go. Let me get a marker, and let's say Sundays. I'm going to do that because I don't want to work on Sundays. Then I work in the afternoon. I carve that out for my husband if he needs me to work with him. Then on Thursday morning, I actually meet with some ladies, some lady friends, so I like to carve that out. And Tuesday morning, I have another networking function that goes on. So this is what it starts to look like. Okay, but there's generally 3 chunks of time in a day. There's the morning, there's an afternoon, and there's an evening. So for me, what I do Mary Kay Monday evening. That's sort of when I work on my training programs and working with other consultants. On Wednesday mornings, I hold appointments. And on Thursday evenings, I hold appointments. Now, I typically do home appointments on Wednesday evenings where I'll go out to people's homes. So I'm going to mark that, but right now, of course, with the pandemic, it's a virtual meeting. So I might do a Facebook party that day. You never know, however that looks. So this is what my schedule looks like. And you are going to get way more detailed. I know you are. You're going to put your appointments, you're going to put your whatever your education, if you've got school or classes or group projects or whatever, you're going to fill that all out, and then you're going to carve out your time. And my goal is to have 2 parties a week. So I want to make sure that I have 2 party slots where I can fit in 2 parties. And here you can see, so the Monday night one is training. So that gives me 3 spots. So that's generally what I work with. I could do a Saturday morning as well. So let's do that, because it's a good rule of thumb. If I want 2 appointments in a week, then I need 4 slots to put them in, because I'm going to double book, because people postpone or cancel these appointments. So you just want to be aware of that. And then this is my calendar. So I actually use a digital calendar. Once I have it kind of roughed out what I want, I actually put those slots in my calendar, and then I will even do an hour or so of phone calls, reaching out to my customers, that sort of things. Very, very often on a Friday afternoon, I'll be making deliveries, because I offer deliveries for my clients. So those things I actually put in my calendar, and they repeat every week, just as if I had a job and had to be there. So that is super, super key, is to know when you're working and when you're booking for. I also try to keep it simple for me, so I try to keep the same times. I'll either book at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 7 p.m. And I don't generally move those around very much, so that if anything happens, I have a good idea of what time I'm starting, because that's when I usually start. So yeah, that is really important to do that. Otherwise, like I said, if we don't have it planned out, then something else is going to come along and steal our time, and we are going to let them, because as women especially, that is something that we tend to do. So this is really important. I would actually suggest doing this exercise before the booking and calling people. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to change my titles up a little bit, but this will be orientation step 2. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am super excited about your schedule and the time that you're carving out for your Mary Kay business. Talk to you later.